I just finished watching a video of Johnny Depp. It was kind of an interview where in that video he was talking about his childhood and how his mother was abusive, and he went into detail about what his mother do and how they went moving from one house to another and this sort of things, right? So his mother was abusive. So if you don't know Johnny Depp, obviously you know Johnny Depp. He is a very famous actor, and he did some roles like Jack Sparrow and some other roles. And he's a very famous actor. And he was talking about his mother. The funny thing is, yesterday I finished reading George Orwell, Keep the Abyss Terrifying, and I have this one, Sigmund Freud, Unconsciousness. Today I'm planning to read this. I mean, I'm not going to read the whole book, probably 5-10 pages. So the thing is, what I realize is, the way Johnny Depp described his mother, he just married his mother, Amber Heard, okay? He actively chose a woman that would treat him that way. It's weird that his mother was abusive towards him, and he married a woman who was abused towards him as well, right? Which is, in the court of law, it already has found guilty, right? So it's not my opinion, it's the opinion of judge and the court. So he found a woman who abused him. Is there a correlation between these two? I'm really thinking. So what scares me is that, so the Johnny Depp, he's a very well-off guy. He have money, right? I'm probably guessing he have millions of money. He can afford therapy. He can get a very good therapist, go to a brain scan, neuroscientist. He have the means to do it. Still, he end up with a woman who will abuse him. Okay. See, that's the thing. And so what about me, right? If that guy can end up with a woman who will abuse him, what about me? I cannot fucking afford therapy, but I should I think, see, this is the problem. This is the one of the reasons that I don't want to get married, right? I'm not saying this from a sexist perspective. I see men beating women as well. Most of the time in Asian countries, it's like a regular thing. At least millennial and Gen Z has become more more progressive, I guess, more secular, which is a good thing. And I think society should be more. But when I was growing up, what I seen was, it was terrible. Even in my family, which my mother and father, or in my aunt or my uncle, even in other families, I seen husband and wife fighting in the roads, like fucking UFC matches. So I don't want that, okay? It's just, that's one of the reason I don't want to get married. Not because I'm afraid that a woman can beat me. With all honesty, I know boxing, okay? You cannot beat me, okay? I know boxing, okay? I'm very good at boxing, so I can take care of myself. It's just it's weird that people who have trauma and who have a abusive childhood, that they get into the relationship, very abusive relationship. Like, for example, my mother, she had a very rough childhood, right? She grew up poor, and her mother used to beat him. Even my aunt, their mother used to beat them, all the children of my grandparent. My grandparent did not do a great job raising children. So it turns out my mother also did not do a great job raising me. Even my father. I don't want to get into personal details, but However, what I see, my mother also tend to get into relationship with men who are either drunken or alcoholic, drug addict, all these terrible people. Never once she got into a relationship with a nice guy. Even if she get into a relationship with a nice guy, she cannot keep it. Me, on the other hand, because I'm very intellectual, I had my fair share of relationship. I'm I'm thankful to say all the women or girls I had relationship with, they are very kind. You know, they are nothing like toxic or anything. Yes, in relationship we had our fair share of fights with verbal, you know, like saying shit like fuck you, no fuck you, no fuck you, things like that, right? But it's just there is a fear. If Johnny Depp can end up like that, why not me, right? It can happen to me. So that's one of the reason I don't want to get married, right? I don't want to get married. That's just one reason, and it's not the main reason. Main reason I don't want to get married is Bill Maher. Okay, so when I was 13 years old, I watched one video from Bill Maher. It was a stand-up comedy. He was making fun of people who get married and all that stuff, right? And at the time I watched him, and I thought, wait, this guy is not really married. And I check about him, and at the time he was like, I think 50 or something. I did not know. I honestly, at the time, I did not know that's something you can do. You know, you can just not get married. That's something. And he was talking about, I thought, okay, since I'm from Asia, right? Since I'm from Sri Lanka, I thought, okay, this may be American thing, right? I seen lots of Americans, they don't get married, they just make children. So I checked that out as well. He don't even have children. Now he's like 70, over 70, I think. He's still not married. He still don't have children. And honestly, when I see him, whatever you think about politically or whatever his opinion, when I see him, I see a happy guy. Okay, I see a happy guy. So I would say, honestly, Bill Maher is the one who made me like stand-up comedy. I know he may not be the greatest comedian of the time, but he made me kind of like stand-up comedy. At the time, I did not even, some of the jokes he made, I did not understand, because he was talking about Bush administration and all that stuff. Like, I don't give a fuck about this American politics. Hey, just make some jokes, right? But nonetheless, I watch him, and I'm thankful for that. So for a long time, even when I get my first girlfriend, when I got into my first ever relationship, right? I was 15 years old. Then my girlfriend also was 15 years old. Ex-girlfriend. So the first thought came to my mind, oh no, fuck, am I going to end up married? I was so scared to get married. I was so scared to have a child. From what I've seen, at least when I look around in our society back then, there is no like a hugely populated internet. I was terrified to get married. So from the first day, I just want her to hate me. I just want her to like just break up with me, run away, you know. But it took me like 1.5 years to accomplish that mission. She did not run away, like she didn't hate me, but we broke up. Oh, thank God. I was so happy when we broke up, but I didn't show it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm sad, but deep inside I was like, fuck yeah, I'm not going to get married. So that's the thing. And now I'm 30 years old, 31. So still, the most scariest thing for me is getting married and having a child. You can say, oh, this fucking guy, this white liberal, brainwash him, you know, like, maybe, but I don't think like. And honestly, reading philosophy and like searching about philosophy, watching philosophy video and all that stuff, made me more realize that getting married is not that great. Like it's I just don't want to get married. Honestly, it feels like a really bad thing. I'm not saying this only for men. It's for women as well. I simply find it hard for anyone to love just one person for the rest of their life. I've seen lots of married people, they don't love each other. Okay, they hate their husband, they hate their wife. Okay, they're just staying together because of the children. It's not a great life, guys. And there are lots of things like it's prove a point. Let's suppose you get married and you find the love of your life, but still there is a problem. There is a very great arguments against bringing a child into this world. Okay, at least if you are poor or not ready to have a child. So I see it almost as a crime. I'm sorry, this might be a radical, controversial worldview. I think if you are poor and if you don't have means to raise a child, I think you're doing a crime against that child. Okay, it's maybe my existentialist, nihilistic, this fucking philosophy is talking. Maybe this is worldview of Frederick Nietzsche or David Benatar or Schopenhauer. Again, I blame the 19th century German. If you find anything I say offensive, blame the German. Okay, they are the one responsible for what's coming out of my mouth. It's just feels wrong. Like I know a guy. Okay, I'm just rambling. Okay, I don't care. I know a guy, one of my co-worker. He's also from Sri Lanka. He have less salary than me. Okay, so I'm a manager in a restaurant and he's a staff, which obviously staff get less salary than the manager. And he have 3 children. He's same my age. He have 3 children, and obviously he have a wife, and he don't have a house. He don't have a stable job. I mean, what the fuck is stable about working in fast food, right? There is nothing stable about working in fast food. Okay, it's a terrible job. Coming from experience. Okay, that's why I'm leaving. So he have 3 children. He have to pay for children, for his school, and in Sri Lanka there is good thing like the schools are free, right? There is a public school. You don't have to pay anything for public school, but still you have to get them clothes, you have to buy them books. These are basic necessary things. Like the government, Sri Lankan government, provide every children free education, but still there are some people who make children, they cannot even buy them books, which is fucking disgusting. Like these people expect government to do everything. Dude, in Sri Lanka there is like free education, free healthcare. Like what the fuck more you want? I don't know why this. I think I don't want to get political. So like, keep in mind, 3 children and free education, free healthcare, right? He have to pay rent monthly, and he have to buy shoes for children, books for children, and he is like have a very low, less than minimum wage salary, and he have 3 children. Like, what the fuck? So he was telling me his problem. I kind of got fed up. Okay, I don't want to listen to his problem. These things he did it for himself. And I just asked him, why 3? I mean, like I can understand if you want to make a child, you want to pass on your gene for the greater good of the species. I understand. Okay, you want someone to bear your name, your great name. I understand. 1 children. Why 3? Like, there is condom, there is birth control. You can do that. Why 3? Why didn't you stop at 1? Like, did you really thought it was a good idea? I just simply asked him, why you make 3? Like, you have a like fucking job who like, it's not even a job, you just like doing a slavery for a corporation, and you make 3 children who most likely will end up like you because you cannot give them a good education. Don't get me wrong, free education is great and all, but if you have a fucking terrible home, you're not going to learn anything, because I think the brain chemistry or psychology play a huge role. That's why children who grow up in broken families end up broken themselves. This may sound like I'm an asshole. I am asshole, but I'm a great guy, okay? There is another friend of mine who is working in another company. He is same my position, and he have 1 child, and he don't have to pay rent for his house. He have his own house, and his wife not doing a job. She's a stay-at-home mother, and financially he's not doing great, okay? So he and me, we talk, and what he told me was, I didn't think through what will happen. I didn't make plan enough for the future. What he was saying is, when I was getting married, I was financially stable. All of a sudden, the COVID-19 hit. Now I'm fucked. In that case, I can understand. Yeah, you make plan. Well, not everything went as planned, but at least you thought about your child before you bringing a child into this world. So, unfortunate that happened to you. I'm sorry. See, I understand that guy's situation, but I don't understand the guy who make 3 children situation. See, this video seems to be everywhere. It went from Johnny Depp to my family to to other casualties, and to political free education, free healthcare, all that stuff, which now I wonder why I don't get views. Like, if anybody watch this video, like, they'll think, what the fuck are you talking about? It's all over the place. See, I tried writing script. I cannot like stick to a script. Okay, you know what? Next video I'm gonna write some bullet points. I'm gonna write bullet points, and I'm gonna stick to it. Okay, in a way, yeah, I know I may not get a lots of view or lots of subscriber. I know I may not end up becoming like a huge YouTuber, but this all I have at the moment to share. I cannot afford therapy, so whatever comes to mind, if I say it in front of the camera, and after that I kind of feel good, it's kind of good, like it's kind of like a masturbation. Okay, after I do this, it gives me like a bit of dopamine. If somebody see this video, it's giving me a little bit more dopamine. So that's the video, and it's a long rant. Oh my god, it's a long video, 18 minutes already. So what do you think? Okay, do you think my video is good? Of course my video is good. If fuck you. Please subscribe.